Everybody, to the Morning Blend. We are cooking with Thunder Bay, and the inspiration is one of my favorite things. It's beer. So how does a gourmet 4-course dinner sound? It gets even better if I tell you that each course is paired with a cold beer that's perfectly matched to the food flavors.
That's right. Chef Mike Stigler is back from Thunder Bay. He's cooking one such meal and sharing some of it with us today. Welcome back.
Good morning, ladies. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
That little teaser plate we saw there just looked phenomenal. So what are you going to teach us today?
Well, we're going to be having a 4-course beer dinner out at Thunder Bay, paired with the beers from Leinenkugels. And I'm going to be making one of the dishes, the main course entree dish that we're going to be making out there today.
You guys usually fill up for that, don't you?
Yeah, it's usually quite a popular event, especially when we have a local type of beer like Leinenkugels. And we're actually going to have a representative from the company that's going to be out there that's going to be talking about the beers, and we're going to have some great giveaways. We're going to have a canoe paddle signed by the Leinenkugels brothers.
Is it this one?
It's that one, which is not signed yet, but they will be signing it.
Okay.
And then we're going to have a couple of different beer signs as well. We're going to have some shirts, all sorts of cool Leinie swag to give away, in addition to great beers and great food and great atmosphere. So yeah, we hope everybody comes out.
Great.
So let's get to the food, shall we? All right. What we're going to start off with here is a chicken breast. This is a boneless, skinless chicken breast, which I have marinated in mesquite seasonings, and then we have wrapped it in bacon, and then we've wound a skewer right through it so that the bacon stays on. And you got your bacon adhered onto both sides like that, and then from there we're going to go ahead and drop that into our skillet over here, and I already got one going.
Okay, Mike, in case this sounds, I don't know if this sounds ignorant, but mesquite seasonings, is that, will it say that when you buy it? Or are those, do people just know what those are? Yeah,
you can get mesquite, you can get hickory, you can get whatever kind of smoky seasoning that you want, but we're using mesquite for this one because it matches up really good with the beer. And then this is what it looks like after we sear it up in the pan. And you can see that bacon gets nice and crispy on the outside. You got this cool little handle here for doing your flipping if you want to do that, but you can see both sides, nice crispy bacon. The chicken gets nice and delicious like that. So we've got that piece of our dish going right here. And then from there, what I'm going to do is, because I've got that little bit of bacon all coming loose in the pan in there, releasing all those nice juices, I'm going to use this to saute my vegetables, which are going to go in there. So I'm going to remove that from the pan.
Oh, perfect.
And I'm going to move my vegetables over here, which is a mixture of yellow and green squash and a little bit of red peppers. And we're going to get those going in the pan there. Yeah, it's going to provide some delicious flavor as well as some great color. And then to that, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, which has some garlic in there too. And as well as that, we add some herbs in there as well. So we're going to get that all going. A little pinch of salt.
Let's talk through the other courses, because you're going to start with the black and blue salad, right?
Yeah, that's going to be a berry salad, which is going to have like a poppy seed style dressing on there, and that's going to be paired with the Leinie's berry Weiss. So that's going to be blackberries, blueberries, probably a couple strawberries, some mixed greens, and then that's going to be paired with the berry Weiss. That's going to be fantastic.
That sounds good. And you're doing a Mahi with a Yukon Gold hash as the second course.
What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to make up a little like a hash brown round almost from Yukon Gold potatoes, and then stack the Mahi on top of that with a little bit of sauce on top of that. It's going to be kind of like a little stack with the Mahi on there. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yum. Then we get that chicken you're making, and then lastly, warm donut holes with creamy dark chocolate sauce.
That, I was just trying to be totally decadent. Like, what's the most decadent thing you can give people? How about fresh fried donut holes with a Leinenkugels creamy dark chocolate sauce?
Where are the donut holes and the chocolate sauce?
I was going to bring some, and I ate them on the way here, so I had to run out of those.
He brought a different sauce for us.
I got my veggies going over here, and I'm going to go ahead and give these a drink of this delicious Big Eddie Imperial IPA, which is the beer that we're going to be pairing with this. So we're going to give that a little drink of that, just to kind of loosen them up in the pan a little bit. Get those all sauteing really nicely.
Smells great.
And then from there, we can start building up this dish. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move this over to my plate, and I'm going to remove this skewer from the inside of the chicken, and it just slides right out there really easy, and you're left with that. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of this apple slaw on here. Now this is an apple slaw, which we've made up with Granny Smith apples. There's a little bit of candied walnuts in there, a little bit of cabbage, and then from there, I'm going to get my Gouda cheese sauce and bring that over and introduce that to the dish here. So I know you like the Gouda. It's the Gouda cheese.
That's a Gouda cheese.
So this is a smoked Gouda cheese, which is going to pair up really nicely with that bacon and that mesquite seasoning that we have on there. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a little bit of flavor right on there. Nice thick Gouda. So now we've got smoky flavors going on. We've got the Gouda, which pairs up really nice with the apples and the walnuts. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and put these veggies on the plate, which are going to add some really nice color to the whole thing. So we've got our yellow and green zucchini squash, our roasted red peppers. Put that on there too, and then from there I'm just going to finish this off with a tiny little shake of some nice smoked paprika to kind of tie it all together.
I'm going to cut Tiff a piece here so
there
it's a little closer
the
to
North
it.
Woods chicken paired up with a Leine's Big Eddie IPA.
Beautiful. I know it's $40 per person. You do have to register. I've tried making an apple slaw before, and it's real hard to keep the color looking fresh. Is there any trick to that, or is it that you just have to make it?
Well, what you need to do is you need to make up your sauce that you're going to use for the slaw, which in this case is kind of a mixture of apple cider vinegar in there, and the cider vinegar is going to kind of help to keep those apples from going brown. So as soon as you mix that cider vinegar in there, it has that acidity to it that'll coat those apple slices and prevent them from getting brown.
That is fantastic.
Cheers.
Fantastic, Mike. That cheese
Isn't that good?
top,
Yeah,
oh
it
my
pairs up with
gosh.
the hoppiness of the beer, kind of handles that robust flavor from the chicken really well. I think it's a pretty good combination.
Talk us through the information, because we're going to put up the beer, the 4-course meal that you have. It is coming up. It's $40 per person. You need to RSVP, and that is happening on Wednesday, June 18th. Again, from 6 until 8, right?
Yeah, we start at 6, so all the reservations are going to be for at 6 o'clock, and then it just kind of ends when it ends. You know, we're going to bring them out course by course. We'll talk about it, talk about the beer, do some giveaways. It'll be a nice, relaxed event, but we do recommend that you get reservations. It's at 6 o'clock on June 18th.
Here's where you can call for reservations to Thunder Bay, right off 94 and 164 in Pewaukee, 262-523-4244 to make those reservations. Again, for Wednesday, June 18th for the beer dinner.